G'day, Michael Guest, Kayla Brown and Jonathan Bleakley in a beautiful part of the world. This is the Barrington Coast, Forster right behind us, and it's sort of the middle section, I guess, of the Barrington Coast.
Yeah.
We've got country out that way, country to the south, but we are going to start here and see what we can't find in the entrance to the river mouth there. Kingfish, Mulloway, who knows? First off, we're going to catch some bait.
Do it.
Oh, that's a nice bait. So we're collecting some live yellowtail at the moment. We've got that one little squid earlier, but that's it. We've got a tank full of live yellowtail. Kayla's got a bait jig out there. Jono's got one as well. I'll pop this one into the tank at the back. And I'll tell you, the tank's looking pretty healthy at the moment. Great part of the world here. There's always options. Option one for us at the moment is to try and find a Mulloway. Got to be a bit patient, but as that sun goes down, I'm going to get a little bit more confident. I've got the electric motor there, so I can just move us in and out. Marked a couple of interesting looking characters on the sounder so far, but it's just sort of in that dead water, but great time to be casting a lure around, which is what John's doing at the moment, but I'm looking forward to that tide starting to sort of run out, and I think that's when the fish will start to bite. They stack up really well along rock walls, Mulloway. They love the structure, and that's sort of the key area is fishing, I should say, right where the rocks meet the sand. We're sort of tucked in that sort of part of the world here now, so fingers crossed. It's a patience game, there's no doubt. I've got the big TV screens going, so if we see them on the sounder, we'll know they're around anyway. Oh, not too bad there. Jack back. Come on, Jono, set the hook.
There he is. Oh!
Yes.
Never get sick of that sand, Michael.
Might pull that other one in. Kayla, do you want to grab the net, Kayla, and get it ready?
Oh, dear. There's a lot of weight coming off that.
Yeah.
Been sitting here for a little bit, Michael, probably best part of 20 minutes, half an hour.
I'll pull his friend in, just so you don't get wrapped up. Just while Jono's at that rig we're using, live yakka, you can see bouncing around there with two chemically sharpened hooks. A paternoster style rig with a running swivel that goes along to the right size sinker to suit the amount of current you got. So I'll pop this one in the tank.
And I'll tell you what, Michael.
All I can hear is puffing. That's
there is a
all I
lot
can
of
hear.
weight on the end of this rod.
That's the go.
And a great indication when you're fishing for Mulloway's head shakes. And I can feel a lot of them coming through the rod at the moment.
We did mark a really good fish just over there when we drove over it, and thought there's one really good fish. You
Switching sides, guys.
See it on the down scan. You see this really nice arch. So hopefully this is a nice one. The gear we're using, Jono's got so 10 to 20 kilo glass tip rod, 6,000 size, what we call live liner reel, 30 pound nylon, some 60 pound fluorocarbon leader, down to those 260 chemically sharpened hooks. You're right there, mate.
Oh yeah, it's just a bit of a stalemate at the moment.
We're parked here with the electric motor, so I might just...
It's trying to take me under.
You're right with that motor, or...?
Yeah, we're good with the motor, mate. We're going back this way, which is good.
Righto, back around you go. Yeah, it's a big dewy,
Oh,
mate.
it's a Mulloway.
It's a cracker. Keep them coming forward, keep them coming forward.
Got it, lift.
1, 2, 3, let's go, mate. Yeah. Oh, shit, the net's just breaking. Yes. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Well done, mate. That's a beauty.
Come here.
Nothing there.
Oh, come have a look at this.
That's a very big Mulloway. Jono's going to pick it up and show everyone. Big long lateral line. Fantastic eye, and they're just an avid nighttime hunter. Look at those eyes, and that lateral line is that line that runs along there, and they use that to detect their prey, and they're so damn good at it. They're just waiting for anything to come along. In this case, it was the live yellowtail that we jigged up, but that's a beautiful big fish, that one. That is an absolute beauty.
A lot of weight there, mate.
This big girl, back up.
Straight in, eh?
Put that drag mat down, quick, mate.
Oh, there we go.
Go around that way. so everyone can see how long it is.
Here we go.
Down this way.
What do you flush there,
I
mate?
said about 1.14 I thought it was going to be.
So you're at 1 metre. Oh, I've touched it. Yeah, 1.14 right on.
There you go, it's not a bad guess.
Right on.
All right, that's a beautiful big fish. What we'll quickly do.
That is a PB Mulloway for me too, so I'm pretty happy about that.
So I've taken a New South Wales Fisheries tag out of there. Hang on to that tag card, please. Yeah. Come here, Kayla, duck down there. What we'll do is we'll just quickly
I've got the pen ready for you, mate.
sneak a tag. So hang on, mate. It won't take long. We'll let you go. There you go. That tag's in there now. So it'll be really interesting to see. So 1.14 estimated weight is probably around about 14 kilos, I reckon. 13, 14 kilos. We'll let this fish go and play another day.
Yes!
Yes! Good stuff. Well, the plan came together last night. We wanted a Mulloway, we got one. A PB for Jono,
PB,
metre 14. You're still in the lead there. I think
She's got me.
Kayla's dewey's still bigger than yours. We're gonna head up into Wallace Lake, chase some whiting across the sand flats. There's a couple of spots up through here I've fished before. You're quite often the chance of a nice flathead. We might give that a go on the way. I tell you, magnificent looking
Beautiful
day.
day.
All right, let's
go.
go. Nice, nice, nice. That's what we wanted. Oh, been casting at a few whiting on surface lures and just got this little fella to do the job for me. And it was pretty quiet through there. And I've just raised a couple. And when you're chasing whiting on surface, it's really important to just keep that lure moving. If it's a brim or a bass, you want to pause that lure, and that's when you get the bite. But with whiting, it's all about that motion of movement. And it's probably 1.5 metres deep there. And this bloke here has just come straight up.
Didn't need the net, mate.
And no net.
No net for that.
And he's thought to himself, that's a prawn fleeing across the surface, and he's just crash tackled it. I had one up a minute ago. When I say I had one up, I had a looker, come and have a bit of a look and see. John's got something on in the background. I don't think it's a whiting.
There's about 4 or 5 of them came up then. So
Whiting?
I think it is.
Yeah, look, it's happening. There's plenty going on. So I'd tell you, great fun, absolute great fun. Swing him in, mate. Just a little bloke.
Yeah, just
Lift him up. Look at that. And once you find a patch of them like that, Kayla's throwing for a soft plastic down the back, but I guarantee you she'll be picking her surface rod up in a minute.
check him out.
Good work.
You beat me there.
Well, that's just
That's just standard
protocol,
now. I got to
isn't
get
it?
used to that, do I?
Oh, look at him. Oh, got him. Cast back in there. There's a heap there.
Yep.
Quick, crank back in there. Look at him still coming behind that one. Wow, such good fun. That is good fun. That is great fun. So competition's on to catch a really...
Oh, it is well and truly competitive. I mean, not that we're not competitive already, but...
Off you go, mate.
Oh, there
Oh.
it is.
Oh, got him.
That was a bit subtle, that one. He didn't really smoke in and...
You got him?
Yeah, I've got him there. He's coming in.
That's just shot.
Oh, I might sneak behind
Yeah,
you
you
there.
jump under there, mate. I'm going to keep casting while you do that.
Sounds good.
Come on, come on. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. They've got that downturned mouth, so they can be really quite difficult sometimes to hook on the surface lure, and I've actually pinned him underneath this one.
That's a
but
nice one.
Yeah, he's a slightly better one. I'll just try and get him under control. Just got to be careful when you're using treble hooks. I didn't hook him in the mouth, but if you have a look, they've got these tiny little downturned mouths. So that's why they're such a great sport fish to catch on lures, because that treble probably only just fits in the back of his mouth there. That's the lure we're using, that little surface lure there, that clear one. And John's been raising a fair few on the greeny colour. He's got one there now, have you? Swing that one in once again on that greeny coloured lure.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, what do you got? You got the clear one.
Yeah, I've got the clear one.
I've got the greeny looking one.
We get those trebles are so sharp. And Kayla's still on zero behind it, but she'll work it out. It's like patting your head and rubbing your stomach at the same time. So I can turn this fella around now.
Look at that, pigeon pear, eh? Pigeon pear?
No, this one's a bit.
Go, 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 go.
Oh,
Got him.
It doesn't get much better than that,
Oh,
I'll tell
it's
you
good
what.
fun, isn't it?
I never considered them a sport fish, Guesty. Not once did I ever consider whiting a sport fish, but...
No, there's always been this fish that you chase around with live yabbies or live prawns or any of those sort of baits, but to be able to, a bit like what happened to bream with bream tournaments, to be able to turn them into a fish that you can catch like this is just great fun. That's a couple of big ones where it's just not quite getting those bigger fish. I missed a good one there a minute ago. Kayla had a good one on, so we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Got him. Got him.
Wow.
Good one.
He's all right, yeah, about that average size that we've been getting. It's like if you slow down your retrieve, they take off. But if you go too quick and you run out of water, finding the middle ground in between.
Oh, that's good. We're keeping you entertained anyway, mate. So that's the main thing.
That's all it is. Well, there he is. It was an awesome pack attack. There was probably 5 or 6 in that school. I'm going to send him on his way.
There you go. So we're both using these paddle tail lures. They look like a mullet. You see there's like so little estuary things that drain back in here, and there'll be potty mullet that size swimming around everywhere. So it's about matching the hatch. Water's quite dirty, so I'm confident we'll find one somewhere, though we haven't had a bite yet, so we both need to keep casting at this point. But big thing is, yeah, Jono's going to go a prawn lure, so just mix it up a little bit, see what's working, and then once you find what they're feeding on, stick with that.
There he is.
All right, swinging straight up there, buddy.
Straight in the boat.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so that's on that prawn pattern.
It's my favourite colour, would you believe it or not?
Yeah, nice light coloured one. Right on the structure, so that's the key. This part of the world, there's just oyster leases everywhere, and just be careful. If the guys are working on the oyster leases, you don't want to go roaring around with your boat, but in saying that, really good place to fish. Lots of bream whiting, flathead hang around the bottom of the oyster leases, like this little fella here. And Jono's just skipped the prawn along the base of the poles here, and there's the result. He's light coloured, John.
Very light coloured.
All right, well, I'll let you deal with that.
You're going to keep casting?
Yeah, mate, I'm going to keep casting. Yep. Mate, I think I've got his mate there, Jono.
You just said one more cast and you're already on. Oh, there you go. There's his pigeon pair.
Yeah, well, actually.
You reckon you've got me?
I don't think that's the pigeon. I think that's you're the pigeon.
I'm the pigeon.
This is the bigger one.
That's the pair. Beautiful.
So quite often we just spoke about the two different lures. So that's the paddle style lure, which has just had its tail trimmed off by.
Oh, you're kidding.
I reckon a leather jacket grabbed that, and that's a prawn style lure. It doesn't really matter sometimes when they're in that active mood. It's about putting the lure in the right spot. So here, don't just cast out in the open. Look behind us here, the bottom of the post, there's little fish swimming around, there's crustaceans, there's all sorts of things going on there. These fellas are waiting for an easy feed, and that's the place for them to get it. If you have a look at my fish, it's slightly darker. Jono's is quite light.
The lighter fish, yeah.
Probably indicates it's more on the sand, where this one was probably sitting harder into the structure a little bit further. There he is.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Right, over you there, mate.
You don't? Do you have me?
No, I do. That's right. Sorry, bud.
That's all right.
You all right?
Just doing what you can to make me lose my fish.
We need a net there or what?
No, I think we're looking all right. Tell you what, it's been a tough few hours. That's a nice fish around that.
Yeah, yep.
Just legal size.
Swing him straight up and in if you can.
Oh, you want to do that?
Yeah.
We're doing it.
Straight up and in.
Bang.
Nice.
So that's along that. I'll just pull that electric motor up. Just using the electric to cruise along on that edge. Just sitting on that, right where the weed meets the sand. That is the place for a flathead, right there. Textbook. Bit of a drop off, and if you can see it past us here, weed bed, drops over next to that sandbank, and then there's a nice face. That fish is sitting right there. I think you called that shot.
I called that shot. I said a fish is coming out of that.
He's learning slowly. Well, we had a great session catching the whiting on surface there
good.
early.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, got a few flathead. You've been a bit slow today, but that's all right.
Just waiting for tonight.
That's exactly. So last night, Jono got a cracking dewey. That was
Thank you.
Mulloway.
Raise the bat. Raise the bat.
A Mulloway, I should call it. Kayla's really keen to catch one. I'm keen to catch one as well. We're going to duck off the water for a bit, have something to eat, and then I think we've got a later tide change tonight, but that'd be a great way to finish off.
Absolutely.
What has been.
You got to do something.
Fishing Barrington Coast, it's a cool place, I've got to tell you. There's lots of options here, and really when it comes to estuary fishing, the prize, that big prize, is that big
Mulloway.
silver goes to the dark. We'll see if we can't find another one.
Let's do it.
We'll see you're driving.
Dinner time.
You can head us
straight
that
in
way.
there.
Yeah,
do you smell
straight.
pizzas? I smell pizzas.
I
Your
smell
shout.
food. No, it's not my shout.
Yeah, it's your shout.
Marine Rescue New South Wales has more than 3,000 volunteers to help keep you safe on the water. You can log on with your local Marine Rescue base when you're heading out. You can call them back to check your marine radio is working. Best of all, they'll come to your rescue if you break down or worse. It costs a lot to provide this world-class service, so make sure you support your local volunteers whenever you get the chance. Marine Rescue New South Wales, volunteers saving lives on the water.
A bit of a look at the sounder, and we've spotted a couple of fish, and we did see a couple when we came through here when it was a little bit earlier. So got a great position. Jono's already put one line in the water, same as we did last night. It's a live yellowtail. We've got some pike there as well, where that running sinker's going to sit in the current. So the tide's still running in at the moment. So I'll just drop this one out through here, just back a little bit. And that'll just sort of fall back there. Got those 4 presets on the drag, so we'll have those all sitting there ready to go if we get a bite. That's the noise you want to hear, is that lighter drag take off, and away we go. And then once the tide turns, we'll move back into the entrance a little bit further. Navigation lights are on, batteries are charged. You just need a bite.
Are you charged?
I'm
ready to go?
pumped. I'm more than charged. We're ready to go. Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, got him on there, boys. And girls, I should say. Oh. That's that sound we want to hear. That's that real smoking off. The sun's in the sky. It's what we call a witching hour. So I think it's a small mulloway by the feel of it. Head shakes here. I'll just take my time a little bit now. I think I've got the fish up off the bottom, but get those peak bite times, those tide changes, the last of the running tide, and that orange sky is always a great time. I can see that fish down there now. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fish coming up. Got the underwater lights going, so it's pretty cool when you see them come up there. You ready there with that net, Kayla? All right, slide that one in. Go, 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 go. Yes!
Yes! I can't even lift it.
You got it? You've done a great job. It's in. Well done. Bit of a high five there. Sensational. Look at that. That's a glorious looking specimen, eh? Check him out. And we spoke about the other night, we got that big mulloway of Jono's about that lateral line, but you can really see, point to those diamonds running along the side there, yeah. And that's what they use, as I said before, to detect the vibrations. They've got those gripping teeth, and that yellowtail that I missed out on the bite of from before had those little pin marks, and if it wasn't him, it was one from the same school, I reckon. That's a beauty. Off you go, buddy. Go on. Oof.
Yes.
Go, Kayla.
Go, Kayla. That's a run.
I can't.
Yeah, that's it. Go.
Nice.
That's the shot.
Oh dear.
That's a run and a half there.
I need 2 hands to hold this.
2 hands, that's it. Keep going, mate. So tell us what's going on. Come on, what are you thinking?
It feels very big.
It feels very big. That's it.
It's very heavy.
You're going well, mate. Keep working away there.
Oh, it's gonna go.
Yep.
It's
That's
going.
all right. Oh, that's a good fish. That is a good one. Keep coming. Keep coming. That's it. Keep bringing it towards us. Whoa. Keep going. One more. One more. And I got him. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes. Come down the back here. Woo. All right. That's a double high five. Don't leave me hanging. What sort of high five is that? That's terrible.
Oh, wow.
Well done.
How good is that?
That's it. Pull him in tight.
Look at the tail on him, so thick.
They're great fish. They can grow to an unbelievable size, up around that. I've been lucky enough to catch them up towards 40 kilos, and got quite a fast growth rate. This fish would be somewhere around about, I guess, 5 years old. That's incredible to think that fish sort of 4 or 5 years of age can get, up over that sort of metre mark. So very fast growing. Certainly one resource that we've got to look after, and bag limits in New South Wales have changed where you're only allowed to keep, I think it's 1 over 70.
1 over 70, yeah.
Yeah,
it used to be 2, but they've changed it, but how good is that?
Yeah, that's terrific, and we've got to look after them, and it's fantastic to see them in numbers, and to be able to come along somewhere like this and catch one. I know you're pumped and you're excited.
Now that's a cracking catch. Have you been catching some ripper fish lately? Then send your photo into our Alfab's Cracking Catch competition at the Real Action Facebook page. To get you hooked up every week, we're giving away a Penn rod, reel and line combo, an awesome Ocean LED underwater light, along with some great gear from Valvoline to keep your marine engine and trailer lubricated.
You've been watching Real Action. Michael Guest, Kayla Brown, Jono Bleakley. We'll catch you next
See you
time.
guys.
And we're going to put this fella back in the water. Let's do it,
See you, mate.
All right, buddy, off you go. Go on.
Real Action is brought to you by Pertec, with 102 service and supply centres around Australia for all your hydraulic and industrial hose requirements.